Hey guys, welcome to the DeCourcy Diaries podcast. I'm your host, Bryn, esthetician, entrepreneur, and lover of all things beauty and business. This is the space where we blend inspiration, education, and candid conversations to help you elevate your lifestyle. Whether you're building your career, seeking insight, or just here for the vibes, you're in the right place. Grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's explore the magic of life together.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to another episode. We messed up last episode. We introduced as episode 20. It was actually episode 21. So today is 22.
We're still learning to count, but we're getting there.
We're working on it slowly but surely. So apologies for that, but today is a super exciting episode. Actually, now that I'm realizing there's a lot of numerology going on, like my launch for said topic today is actually tomorrow, which is 1/11, and then today is episode 22. I don't know if anyone else is angel numbers, but I'm a little bit psychotic.
No, me too.
I find value in those things. So I love that. That wasn't intentional, but love that for me. So today is titled Class is in Session.
Get your number 2 pencils and your Scantron sheets and sit down and listen.
Buckle
you.
up. Thank you, class.
Thank you.
So I don't know if anyone follows me from here, follows me on Instagram, but I did a little teaser last week for the DeCourcy Academy of Beauty.
Ooh, Professor Bryn.
She's so smart. I did a little teaser last week, and I am launching the website tomorrow. So today we're filming is Friday, the 10th of January. I'm doing the website launch tomorrow, so that will be super exciting. Wait, this is what the whole episode is about. Why am I giving the dates and stuff?
Bryn, shut up.
Wait, literally. Rewind a little bit. Today's episode is titled Classes in Session. I'm about to share all of the details with you guys. Super special stuff that will definitely change the game for aspiring estheticians and beauty professionals alike. So let's get into it. Should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
Immediately?
I think I'm ready.
Immediately, yes. All right, let's go. First, I wanted to give... Oh, wait. No, we have to cheers first.
Do have to cheers.
We don't have to get up anymore.
Cheers.
We're doing far away cheers. Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. I hope everyone had an amazing start to the 2025 year. 2024 was crazy.
A little bit too crazy for my liking.
Crazy. So we're going to make 2025 really good. We're going to start out strong. We're going to set good goals. We're going to stay on track. We're going to be patient with ourselves.
We're going to set boundaries.
We're going to continue learning. We're going to continue to motivate ourselves and stay true to ourselves. What else? Give me more.
And we can motivate and help others around us and
yes,
our circle.
We're going to be a community. We're going to stay together. We're going to support each other. I hope everyone had a good New Year's. I hope everyone is starting it strong and ready to really take it on. So let's get into today's episode. First, I want to give a little bit of background on kind of the journey on me getting here, the journey to fruition of said launch. When I started DeCourcy Beauty I was about 19 years old and I was in college at the time. I started by just like selling false lashes, like cosmetics, as just solely selling products, like no esthetician, nothing. So that was in 2018, 2019, like beginning of the year. And that was literally just a passion of like loving like makeup, beauty products, and like wanting to do, have my own. And like that was just like a creative, exploration. Did I think that was going to be like revolutionary like business idea? No. Like at the time, especially too, it was like super cheap to buy lashes wholesale. It was just like a good little side hustle. So I did that while I was in college, and I was like figuring out what to do. So yes, was like a client of lash extensions and like obsessed with them. I knew this girl that was doing courses. We were all so young. Like it was great for the time being. It helped me dive in.
I also had no idea that at one point you didn't need an esthetician license.
Yeah.
That's
until
crazy.
I believe it was like 2021.
That's so like recent.
Yeah, it was really recent.
Oh my gosh.
So I started in 2019, probably I think got my certification for lashes in 2019, like end of the year. I think it was like September, October. Did it for like a year and a half, 2 years before even getting wind of the idea that they were going to change to licensure. Like, it was like a 2 full years of me doing it and everyone doing it. Like, like mostly nobody was an esthetician. There was a slim few.
That was the same exact boat I was in when I got my first lash set. It was when I was in college and some girl was doing them out of her dorm. Literally. And I was like, can you give me a lash set?
Literally. Like, I love that. It's so funny. So yeah, I got wind that the licensure was going to change. So I was like, let me go to school and get ahead of this so that, because it's an 8-month program, I think 6 or 8-month program. So I was like, all right, let me start now so that if they do change it, I'm not like just have to stop doing business. Because like we said in previous episodes, we're rule followers. We do not break the rules. We do not like to go against the codes and the licenses. Yeah, I was still doing lashes for my business and then was in school. While I was in school, there was not one day of school, which was I think 9 to 3, I want to say, like 9 to 3 or 3:30. There was not one day of school from start to finish where I did not have to go see clients after. Like, there was not one day where I was just get to go home after school and like rest. Like, the only thing that was on the way was like Wendy's. I would literally have to like speed through the Wendy's, grab a chicken sandwich and like eat it, shove it in my mouth while I'm driving to work, get to work in like my scrubs from school, like be like disgusting. Like, it was just such an awful, it was a great time in my life, but it was so awful. Like,
you look back on those times and you're like, actually, how the fuck did I do
literally like I would get up at 7 and get home at 9 p.m. Like, it was awful. Like, I can't even, it was awful. I feel so bad for people that do that and like have kids. But all that being said, it was a lot. The experience was a lot and school was a lot because you're absorbing like all this new information. It was so much information that some of which you already know and it seems rhetorical, but some of which is like brand new and things that you've never heard about before. That, and then there's also the social element of like being in school. I didn't like school ever, and I went to the same school from when I was 4 years old to when I was 18. Like, I knew the people so well and I still was like socially anxious and like awkward. So I think that a school environment like that where you're like essentially in school with all these girls that you're gonna like compete with jobs with, or like you all support each other, but it's like also like you're all going after the same like career, you know. It's like an interesting dynamic.
It's like competition shows where people like end up having allies, but at the end you're like, one of us has to win.
Like, one of us has to be the top. Which one is it gonna be?
Come on, guys.
No, it's like crazy. And I mean, it wasn't like catty or like I had like a great experience but all of that being said, like, it's a lot of elements going into it where like you're trying to learn how to service clients and learn customer management and client skills, also how to, you know, analyze the skin anatomy and how to learn how to do massage techniques and how much pressure to use. Also, if you want to do lash extensions, learning that as a whole separate service. Like, it's just so much going on. It's literally so much movement. So no matter how good your school program is, like what hands-on whatever, you will always need continuing education. That is like the one thing that I've run into is you cannot avoid continuing to learn in this industry. It's like a need, it's a necessity. You can get to a certain point of services like lash extensions where you're like very confident and skilled, where you have the styling down, the retention down, the client management down, everything. Like, okay, you don't need to be investing in like beginners lash courses or whatever. But then start, you know, maybe doing like business courses. Like, you should always be looking for the next thing. So what I found when I was in school was the textbook was great. Like, the information from the textbook is like accredited information. You're learning science, you're learning electricity, you're learning anatomy, you're learning safety and sanitation, you're learning state legislature, you're learning like all these different things. But again, goes in one ear out the other for a lot of the things. Think back and relate it to when you take a test in high school on like history. You memorize it in that moment, but can you tell me anything about the War of 16? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you don't fucking know.
And
like,
you can even relate it to our last episode too, where we prefaced it. There's a lot of big terms, a lot of legal jargon in here, and it's really easy to tune it out. Yeah,
you almost need a like reference guide or something until you've said it enough times and it really truly is like knowledge and it's core knowledge. That's like the gray area I feel with aesthetics. You have school, you have career, and then you have this huge like middle ground area in the middle where it's like, how am I supposed to figure this out? I'm supposed to run a business, run social media, manage a team, pay all my bills, do services,
and still have a social life.
And I'm supposed to know everything. I'm supposed to just graduate school and I'm supposed to know how to do it all. Nobody knows what they're doing. Literally nobody knows what they're doing. So I was fortunate enough due to like weird circumstances of laws that I was able to start seeing clients and building that before I got my license. So then by the time I got my license to offer facials, brows, other services within aesthetics, I already had a trust with people from lash extensions because I had already been doing them. So they already trusted me. They're like, oh, you've been doing my lashes for a year. No problem. I will get my brows done by you, or I'll get a facial done by you, because they already had like somewhat of a trust there. So that definitely worked to my advantage.
That's
for
so
sure.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. So I felt personally, and I know all of my peers felt, that there was just a huge gray area, a huge lack of space for, you know, continuing education in both virtual and physical ways. Like, it just kind of, it's not a lot out there when it comes to valuable information that people are genuinely putting like their best foot forward with creating. I also have my beef with course dynamic in general. Like, I feel like it's just so overdone like right now, and that has held me back from launching what I'm launching now. I didn't want to like fall into that category, you know what I mean?
I feel like all the ones that I was looking at when you told me about this seemed very inauthentic.
Yeah.
And very just money grabby.
Yeah.
Like they copy and paste it into a PDF and it's like, give me $400.
Literally. Like, what a lot of these people are doing is literally going to ChatGPT and being like, give me a guide on basics to lash extensions, taking it and pasting it into a simple Canva format and calling it that. Like, I think what the creator of the course is actually putting into the course, I think needs to be like directly communicated when launching these courses or guides or trainings, whatever you want to call them. You have to be directly transparent with, how did you source this information? If it's not very obvious, like that it's, you know, valid, like, how did you source this information? How long did it take you to build this course? Like, I don't know. I think those are all valid questions.
No,
and I think price
agree.
is also very valid of like what people are charging.
Bouncing off of what you said, with people just kind of copy and pasting from ChatGPT and putting it out into the world and not telling them what's in the program. I'm not going to blind buy a $400 PDF book without knowing what's in it.
Yeah.
That's a little insane.
Yeah. You have to do like, it's important to like show glimpses or like be very descriptive in your introduction, you know, things like that, to really allow someone to understand what they're getting out of what they're paying for it. Another thing that, you know, is hard to grapple with sometimes is these courses that are like the best quality. I totally understand these people set their value of like their price. So it, you know, it's like a catch-22. I respect people's price, and I think people's price is valuable at whatever they set it to. But the problem is these super valuable courses that are like $1,000 to like $5,000 range, they're going to be obviously better quality, but these people that are just getting out of school, like they can't afford that, like a huge payment for them, you know? And I mean, some people can. Some people have like great funding and support systems and great jobs and whatever. But majority people are going to esthetician school to like build a career and like make money, and they don't really have it at that moment. You know what I mean?
Like the average person who goes to esthetician school is trying to build their career, not already having a career and going.
Yeah, exactly. So it feels like a little predatory sometimes, because it's like you guys are selling these courses on how to make six figures, but not explaining that how you're making six figures truly is by releasing this guide. Like, it's like so predatory, I feel.
I agree.
So do have my beef with, you know, that. So I always grappled with that in wanting to do this. I also do have like a genuine love for not only education, but teaching. Like, I love teaching. I love when I like onboard an employee and like we get to go through the whole like teaching process. Like, it's so time consuming and it is very energy draining, but it's so good and fun for me. Like, it just, you see someone start in one position and then you see them grow, like, and you know that you had like a hand in that. It's a very like rewarding thing. Teaching experience wise, like when I was in my old studio, I definitely did some courses. I did like in-person lash courses. I did like a few like one-on-ones. Ultimately loved them. I think with time, this is why my advice now is like for people to not necessarily launch courses when you're like not at that point where like it makes sense yet. Like, wait till it really truly makes sense.
Wait until you're established enough to be able to actually educate someone on what you're doing.
Yeah, confidently. Like, you're not like, oh, I think this information is correct, but I'm just gonna. And to be honest, when I had my old like lash courses, like I thought I knew what I was talking about. Of course, I'm not gonna do it if I didn't think I knew. But when I looked at it again this year, from like 4 years ago, I was like, oh my God, everything, just the strategy of like lashing has changed. Like, the products application is like, it's just changed a lot.
It probably felt like a time capsule to look at.
Yeah, it's so weird. But yeah, teaching wise, like I love it. The in-person stuff is so fun. I really find enjoyment in like the creation of the packet, the creation of the guide, the creation of making it all make sense, reference sheets, having things that you can just refer to super easily, breaking things down step by step, like making it really simplified but also super valuable is like exactly what I was looking for. So
I think you're good at carrying that out as well, like teaching people and making sure they understand what you're saying. And if they don't understand the way that you're explaining it, you always make sure to explain it in a way that they will understand it. Mm-hmm. You're not like, it's my way or the highway. You're very adaptable in your education style.
Thank you. You're welcome. Oh my God, thank you.
Speaking as a new employee.
Thank you. I try. I think I understand, like, everyone has different learning, like, visual, auditory. Everyone has a different, method of, like, their most effective way of learning. So I try to adapt to that as well. So I'm going to break down. I know, like, it feels like I'm rambling, but I'm just trying to give some, like, background history on how I established the pathway to creating what I've created. To wrap that up, I essentially recognized like a huge gap in the esthetician education market, getting to like professional readiness and capability for your career. Like I felt like there was a huge gap in that, and I was looking for something that I could not find in both mentorship and like guide-wise, course-wise, training-wise. There was just something missing. So what did I do? I created it.
Oh my gosh. If you want something done right, just have Bryn do it.
Thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell everyone. Oh my gosh. So that is where the fruition of DeCourcy Academy of Beauty came. I really just have a passion for overall empowering others to succeed in their beauty career, not only for the sake of the advancement of like their career, but also for the sake of themselves to fulfill their passions and their dreams and everything. So yeah, let's get into it. What is the DeCourcy Academy of Beauty? Let's give you guys a little rundown of who we are and what we are trying to accomplish. The DeCourcy Academy of Beauty is a premier destination for advanced beauty education. Our mission is to empower aspiring estheticians, beauty professionals, and enthusiasts with the skills, knowledge, and confidence needed to thrive in a competitive and ever-evolving industry. We bridge the gap between foundational beauty training and real-world success by offering expert-led courses, hands-on resources, and a supportive community of like-minded professionals. Whether you're taking your first steps into the beauty world or seeking to elevate your expertise, DeCourcy Academy provides the tools to help you reach your goals. At our core, we believe beauty education is more than mastering techniques. It's about building a career with purpose, creativity, and connection. DeCourcy Academy is where innovation meets inclusivity and where your dreams of a successful beauty career come to life. So we will have virtual training, online mentorship, and community building opportunities within this platform. We're going to cover topics of all things advanced beauty education, so lash services, brow services, facial services, other skin services, and advanced facial techniques as well is going to be a big specialty. And then we also will include some stuff about business and branding skills in order to build your beauty empire. So stay tuned. We're literally going to encompass everything needed to build the career of your dreams, essentially. And I hate to sound that gimmicky, but I'm basically trying to give all of the knowledge that I encompass in building my brand and like business to basically package it all up and give it to you guys in like small, easily digestible doses. So our first product that we're launching, which I'm not fully announcing yet, is going to be available in 3 tiers. So tier 1 is going to be an immediate PDF download for someone that just wants easy access, maybe wants to print it out on their own. Then we have tier 2, which is going to be your virtual training platform, which is going to have all of the content from the PDF broken down into sections, along with interactive quizzes and different modules that you can kind of track your steps as well. So someone that's a little bit more of a visual kind of doer learner. And then we have tier 3, which is going to be a physical copy of the textbook. So the guide in textbook format, hardcover, beautiful edition of the book for anyone that really likes to like flip the page like me and likes to like highlight and have, little notes. Like that is going to be your tier 3 option.
And it'll be cute enough where you can keep it on your coffee table as decoration while you read it.
that part. Perfect. Our goal is to focus on inclusivity, modern techniques, and personalized mentorship. So beyond, just buying the course, I want to offer mentorship available to you guys that you can get direct one-on-one mentorship opportunities as well. So stay tuned for that. So like I said, tomorrow we are launching the website platforms. We won't have the guides available for purchase yet. So by the time this episode is out, you will have a date on when the first launched guide is going to come out. But right now we have a wait list on our website. So if you head over to DeCourcyBeauty.com, there is a waitlist section where you just type your email in and you'll be registered to get the latest updates on any launches or releases that will happen in the next few weeks. We also are going to have an exclusive sale for people that join the waitlist early. So go over to our website, check that out, and sign up for the latest.
You know what they say, early bird gets the worm.
They sure do, and this worm is gonna be yummy. That is basically it for today's episode. I'm super excited about the launch of this academy. It sounds so official, launch of the academy. I have so many amazing things planned that I'm so excited to share with you guys. I have truly been working on this specific business model in general, but also this initial guide for legitimately 4 years. Like, I have been researching, designing, reconfiguring, brainstorming, executing everything for literally 4 years. So I'm like, it feels so crazy that I just set a date and I was like, I'm going to do it. But there's really no right time. Everyone that knew about it and I've been talking to about it for like years has been like, why the frick are you not doing it? Like, you've been talking about it forever, just do it. So we're ripping the Band-Aid off. Yes. As nervous as I am to launch anything new ever, I am really excited, and I'm so excited to see the progression and follow the journey with you guys. And I hope you guys listening are excited. Stay tuned for so many fun things. And Olivia, do you have anything to say?
The only thing I have to say is that I'm glad you're going to be my professor in this academy, Bryn.
Oh, I'm a professor. Well, thank you. I can't wait to be your professor. And so again, go to DeCourcyBeauty.com, check out our Learn portal on there, and sign up for our waitlist. Whether you're ready to enroll, curious to learn more, or just excited to follow along, this is your sign to take the next step in your beauty career. This is just the beginning of something truly transformative, and together we are going to build something super beautiful. Thank you guys again for listening. I love you, and I will see you guys next time. That's it for today's episode of the DeCourcy Diaries. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to follow the pod, share it with someone who needs a little inspo, and find more about us on our Linktree page. Find us on socials at DeCourcy Beauty, at DeCourcy Beauty Lounge, and at the DeCourcy Diaries. Until next time, stay confident, stay glowing, and keep chasing your dreams.